Autumn Scruggs, and I'm here to go ahead and show you how to do a smoky eye. We just did brows for her, so her brows are still a little red from tweezing, but we're going to go ahead and show you just placement and what's best for different eye shapes. Personally, I like to start to do the eyes first. I hate to get my skin all perfect and then go and do a smoky eye or even any eyeshadow and have any fallout and ruin all the hard work I just put in for the skin. So the way I like to do it is I start off first doing a skin treatment on the skin and then go ahead and just moisturize. So I'm going to put a primer now. She already has a clean face. So a little bit of primer. I'm using the small dual fiber to go ahead and apply the primer. All in moisturized and into the skin, I do go a light pass over the eyelids. It's a great primer. Instead of using just an eyeshadow primer, you can also use this same that you would use on your face for the brows. And then I also like to use a wet sponge and go in and just blend it all out, make sure it's all in the skin. So once all of that sits is while we're doing her eyes. So we'll start off with a smoky eye. The first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is I like to gradiate my color. So I like to start with a lighter color and then go and build into my darker color. So the last color I usually use is going to be the black. For her, she has such a great lid for this. So I could really play with a lot of different shapes on her eye. But I do want to show you this. Typical smoky eye is normally going to be dark at the base, kind of gradiate up all on the outside of the eye, and then the inner part of the eye is still a little bit of color. If you do want a full smoky eye, you can also go all the way into the inner corner. It just depends on your eye shape. If your eyes are close together, then keep the darker shadows towards the outer part of the eye. If your eyes are wide set, then you can go all the way into the inner corners of your eyes to do your smoky eye. For her, I'm going to start off using the one of the 88 palettes, which is the 88 Warm. So again, you can kind of start off with that whatever color you feel is a good base for what you're wanting to create. If you're wanting to go more with blacks or browns, or you could even do a smoky eye with purples. Any colors, really, blue and yellow, whatever color you want to go into, you can do this. We're going to do more of some warm tones, a really nice, light, soft smoky eye. So I'm going to go in with some bronzes. And I'm using the C433, the Pro Blending Fluff, to kind of go in and just build my first color. And if you notice, I'm just patting right on the lid. Because we still have that primer, it gives it a really nice, almost turns it into a cream and really creates it to stick to the eye, and that's why I like to go right after I prime the face. This way too, you're placing the shadow exactly where you want to, and you can go back and blend everything later. Now I am going to go back with the lighter color in the center. Normally, depending on your skin tone is how light you want to go. I'm not going to go in with a really champagne shimmer on someone that has darker skin, because then it's going to go silver or more white and create such a contrast. So I want to do something that's going to be closer to her skin tone and that natural color. Especially if you're working as an artist, it's always good sometimes to just place it on someone's hand so that way you see the color difference that it's going to make before you put it on the eye. If you're doing it on yourself, again, use it on your hand if you're not sure what the color is going to create. That way you see it on the skin versus in the palette, because a lot of times the color changes once it's on the skin. So I'm just mixing a couple of colors together. And then I'm going to go in with a skin tone color relatively around her skin tone again, and place it right onto the brow. This is the C420 angled shader that I'm going in with. Now I'm going to go back with a darker color, my black, and start to go in right at the lash line and the outer corner of the eye. Turn towards me slightly. Perfect. And just kind of work up, almost like placing and working up. So I'm almost like kind of doing a little roll and a flick at the same time. Now I'm going to go in and build underneath the eye with the shadow. So the same black that I was using on the top, I'm just going to use that pointed bullet crease right underneath. Another trick too is if you have them look straight ahead and you see where that black started on the top lid, again, you can gradiate underneath the same section. So black typically doesn't go, I don't have it going any closer inward. So that's where I'm just stopping it. Look up for me again. Now I'm just joining the bottom and the top together. Again, keeping it up and out though. So with the eye closed, I just kind of tap my brush, even tap my finger on it to keep it nice and blended. Again, with that blending, Pro Blending Fluff, look up for me again. And again, just go back underneath, blend out the underneath. And we'll go and do mascara on the bottom lashes. And look up for me. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line the inner rim of the eye, so that water line with the black.